Good morning. Thank you everyone for being here Saturday morning. Welcome everyone, friends, family, people interested in how the integration process happens for people coming and living in this beautiful city, Barcelona. I will present myself and then I will present the beautiful ambassadors and beautiful people that we have here today. My name is Marcela Ospina. I am the Vice President of Culture and Sustainability in a consultant that is called Both People and Comms. I'm from Colombia, but I've been living in Barcelona for 20 years. So as we were saying, this is home for me. And I'm very happy to be talking today about how it is to live in Barcelona, how it is to make a life here, how the integration process has been for all of us. What do we take from the years living in Barcelona, and also what would be given to the city, and how we can enhance this sense of community, multicultural community that we have in Barcelona today. So presenting here from my right to my left, we have Deepika Bulab. Hi. This is a challenge. Thank you. She's the founder and director of SOAR. I will be just mentioning a few things that they do, but they will be talking a lot about what they do today and what they are planning to do in the future. This is a very brief presentation. Then we have Alexa Ramirez. Welcome, Alexa. She's a global financial project leader at Bayer. We have Miroslav Stiburek. Artist, designer, and businessman. They will expand a little bit more on what they do. So welcome, Miroslav, Alexia, and Deepika. And we have here Joe Woodward. He is the founder of Delicious English. He has been doing a lot of other things in his more than 20 years living in Barcelona. We have then Amal Rahmeh, research at the Universitat Pompeu Fabra. And finally, Nats, I can't see you, Nats Sisma, writer and editor of the Filipino Expat magazine. So people from different countries, different regions, so many different backgrounds. Happy to be here to be hosting this first roundtable. I'm going to be asking the first key question, and then they will develop on their journey reaching this life in Barcelona. So Deepika, can you please share with us the main learning of this integration process, and tell us about the years that you've been living here, what have you been achieving, and what have you learned, so that our people watching us also, because this is going to be recorded, can learn from this process.
Okay, thank you. Thanks. My name is Deepika Bulabai, and I'm South African. My roots are Indian. I moved to Barcelona 18 years ago. I came on a year sabbatical, actually, and to travel Europe. I came here first, and 3 months after being here, I fell in love with a Catalan boy, who is now married to, and I have 2 little kids. 10 years ago, I also discovered the wonderful world of teaching English. So I opened an English academy, teaching English. It's called Theo Coffee School of English. In Gracia, it's still going, and 5 years ago, my career changed again, and I started coaching, and I am now in the world of intercultural diversity and inclusion. And what I've learned from my process, well, I was very lucky to be immersed in the culture because of my Catalan family, and so I've really learned a lot about, I only started talking about my own culture. I actually learned more about myself and my own culture, because only once I was here did I need to talk about my culture. And it opened up my mind and my heart, not only just to my culture, but to the culture here. And so it's given me a broader perspective and more open mind and an open heart.
I love this answer, and I'm feeling that everyone will agree on what you were actually saying. It gives us the opportunity to learn about ourselves. Thank you very much. Alexa, what can you tell us about this learning process for you? It's been more brief?
Yes, exactly. So, it's very interesting, because I think I'm the newest addition in Barcelona, because everybody has 18 years, 20 years, 10 years, but I only have 2.5. So I'm very new here. First year, I mean, I come from Costa Rica, definitely. I arrived here in 2022, around March, and initially it was hard. Like, I think that the first year when you start like building again your friendships, when you start building again like your circle of trust, is a little bit hard. And then what I learned through that year is like you have to be open. So I used to be a little bit shy because I don't want to bother anybody. But what I learned is like we're all living in the same experience. This is a very international city, so everybody understands as well that you need to have friends, you need to have people to support each other, to support you in your things. So I think that for me it's kind of like in these 2 years and a half what I've learned, like how open the people is, how we're like so interconnected by the same experiences, leaving our home, leaving our family away, and we all live that. So even though that we have very different cultural backgrounds, I think that unites us, and that's very, very nice for me.
Thank you, Alex. I love this message around we might come from different countries, regions, but the experience is very similar, and we need to be open-minded as the city itself it is. So thank you very much. Your experience, so quite a different path, but probably you're going to be sharing some of the same learnings.
Yes, so I've shared definitely the same learnings. For me, I guess the biggest learning is that it requires really patience. This city requires patience for a person to integrate properly, because things move here at its own pace. It's its own city, so it's important to really, if one wants to make something in this city, it requires a lot of patience and persistence, really. So that's, I guess, my biggest learning. Of course, it helps to have support and the right people around you. But the biggest one is patience with the everything, basically. Because life here works differently. It's near the sea. It's just its own city. So if one is willing to respect how it goes here, I think the integration goes really well. And that's my biggest learning.
Can you please share with us, where do you come from?
I come from the Czech Republic.
Yeah. So as you see, many different countries sharing a little bit of similarities, and that patience that you were talking about is is really true. Joe, what can you tell us about that? You coming from the UK, but feeling home already.
Absolutely, yeah. So I come from the south of England. I came to Catalonia in '94 for 1 month, but that was like 30 years ago now. And so I moved to Barcelona in '97. I completely agree with Miro that it does take quite a lot of patience. I sort of found it to be a gradual process. When I came over, I didn't know too many people, and the positive part of that was it sort of forced me to make friends and local friends. So first of all in Girona, and then in Barcelona, and so that kind of helped sort of introduce me to the city. So that really helped. And I would say, if I came here now, I think one of the keys would be sort of to get involved with things like Deepika, for example, this morning, playing the drums outside. I think that's an excellent sort of example of a way to get involved, something sort of very traditional, and it's a great way to have fun and to meet people. Yeah. And so my activity here, I run a business called Delicious English. My sort of passions are training, language and food, and so I organize sessions for cultural connection. I organize team building with cooking, and also teaching English through cooking.
Thank you. Thank you, Joe. Thank you for highlighting that, that sense of community that we will be talking about that in the end of the session. But thank you for bringing this topic to the table, because it's quite key. You need to be involved, not just making, of course, a set of friends, but also trying to contribute or do something that builds up to the community. We're going to talk about that later. So, Amal, welcome. Can you please share with us part of your integration process? What have you learned about it?
Yes, my main learning point is, as Miroslav started saying, is to be patient and to understand the flow of the city, how the city works, and then adapt to that patiently. So, and I have for this one anecdote. So I am a biologist. I'm a scientist. So there was a grant deadline in August, in the middle of August, and I was applying for this. And normally, because I come from the American system, because I started in Lebanon, where I'm from, with the American system, and then continued in the US for 18 years. So I thought that if there is a deadline in August, everybody will be working in August, from August 1 till August 15. And there was a big conflict in the university about why there is no one available to sign. Just sign that, okay, we are applying. So that, for example, made me very mad at the time. But now, as I learned more about the pace of the city, I learned that August is the sacred month of these people. So you don't try to apply for anything in August. And actually, that forced me to take vacation myself in August. And I was like, that's not a bad idea at all, to shut down completely. So as much as I like the hardworking mentality of the Anglo-Saxon world, where I come from, I learned to to balance it with some, not all, of the work-life balance of the, let's call it Iberian mentality, if you will. And
Mediterranean as well, but
Mediterranean. And that made me grow also. And I mean, we will continue growing no matter where you put us. But,
I love this anecdote. I think we all feel that when we arrived here, and now we're making the most out of it. Why not? Why not try to make a little bit more balance? So thank you, Amal. And last but not least, Nats. So you're quite involved in your community, but also in which is Barcelona's community as well, the Filipino community here. Please tell us about those learnings and your experience integrating in Barcelona.
Good morning. My name is Nats, and I'm from the Philippines. Nats Isma from the Philippines. I've been living in Barcelona for 15 years now. I came to Barcelona to study Masters in International Cooperation, and after my Master, I fell in love with the city, and I decided to stay. And since then, I've been very active in the Filipino community in Barcelona through Centro Filipino, organizing cultural events and helping newly arrived Filipinos with their Spanish. I'm also the editor-in-chief of the Filipino Expat magazine, one of the publishers, and this is an online and printed magazine, lifestyle magazine that is dedicated to showcasing and telling diverse journeys of Filipinos abroad. Also, I am one of the directors of Coro Kudiapi. It's a children's and youth choir, which the members are, most of the members were born here, and our main aim is to teach the kids and make them familiarize and appreciate the Filipino values through music while they embrace their Catalan upbringing. And what I learned about living in Barcelona, Barcelona taught me the beauty of diversity. It's dynamic, diversity is inspiring, and it is an international city that that fosters a harmonious coexistence of various cultures, and with its inclusive environment, it is supported by various platforms that facilitates the integration of guests, of expats or in the society. In my experience, like with Coro Kudiapi, I learned the importance of asociacionismo. Yes, creating association and creating association and belonging in an association. We have this idea of no man is an island, which is very fundamental. Of course, we can do our thing independently and live on our own, but sometimes belonging to a group association that is legally recognized can be a platform for us to voice out our goals, our collective goals, our common desire to integrate and to be visible in the community. And so with Koro Guryapi, I experienced this firsthand, the support and the guidance of the city government that inspires us to organize more cultural activities, social initiatives, and community projects. Thank you.
Thank you, Nats. You've given us a lot food for thought in terms of how to build community and how diverse Barcelona is, and also what it means to be an inclusive city, which is sometimes different to being just diverse. And you've all given me a lot of positive messages. I'm pretty sure you're going to be sharing later some more challenges, because this is like a love story, a collective love story with the city. But as love it is, sometimes it can be hard and challenging. As you were saying, you have to be patient, and it's a whole journey and a process. And I would like to go to a more professional aspects for our lives. And I would like you to please share with us some kind of 3 brief attributes and how you will describe your professional life in Barcelona. You've been given us some elements, but just try to focus on how the city has allowed us to maybe change, redefine our professional life, and how it is today. So, Deepika, those 3 attributes.
Okay, so only 3.
Yeah, only 3.
I think
I'm going to be counting.
So Barcelona has definitely, you know, my process has been creativity, if I had to choose 3. I came here and I was able to really recreate who I was, and professionally, I mean. So I came from a very different background, and I was able to come here and recreate my whole professional career at the age of 32, which is quite late, so I think that was quite cool. I would say liberation. You know, I felt very free that I could actually open a business 10 years ago, and then transformation, because it's changing, it's always changing. And so 5 years later, I have changed career. It hasn't always been easy, but I find that, you know, it does flow. I have found that things flow as long as we move through the challenges. Yeah. And I mean, that's the challenge with being in another country, or just challenge of career movement and transformation, is being able to adapt and be flexible and move through the challenges and come through to the other side.
Beautiful, quite inspiring. Thank you very much. Alexa, what about your experience?
I mean, I think that answer puts everything together. Honestly, you did it very well. You did it very well. So I almost don't have anything to say. No, but probably I will add to that opportunity. I think this city gives us, all of us, a lot of opportunities for you to go into your passions, for you to grow into your own professional career. I think also the city gives you an environment of international relationships and connections that also gives you the profile to a more globalized resume for you. So adding to you, I think the creativity is one of the things that this city inspires you to have, because people is always jumping into the idea of something new, and then you go a little bit more crazy to make things new and to put those things together. So I will say opportunity, creativity as well, but definitely an international connection.
Thank you, Alex. And you've both mentioned creativity. I'm pretty sure Miroslav will say that as well. This is your entire world, creativity. So those 3 attributes about your professional experience.
Okay, I'll try to say something new. I did like Deepika what said about the reinvention, because that was also my part. Because I came here when I was 29, when I decided to dedicate myself to my creative journey. And I chose the best city for it, because I thought, okay, this is the place, and it was. And that was the best place to develop. Of course, being an artist, it's very hard in general, everywhere you are. But I have learned that if you adapt, if you're working with what's happening in your life, you can make it. So it's again about adapting to the circumstances. Okay, how it's going, what opportunities are coming. You have to adapt to kind of still follow that passion. So I guess it's important to really be in the moment and know what's happening. So it's a good idea also to seek advice, mentorship. I think if you come to the city, it's good to seek help from others that have made it here. So because I have kind of went a little bit blind at the beginning. I thought, okay, this is going to be easy. This is going to be like everywhere else. No, it's not. So it really helps to ask help from somebody who has already done in the city the things you want to do. And that's also, I'm giving a workshop today on discovering your passions and designing your like kind of professional life around your passions. So I guess if you want to learn how to live from your passions, come to my workshop. It's 1:45.
I love the way you change the flow of the table.
Marketing itself.
Yeah, this is an opportunity. You're saying that Barcelona is full of opportunities, even in a round table. Great, thank you, Miroslav. So, Joe, what about your three? How you will define? I know it's challenging just to put it in 3 words, all the things that you've done, but in the present, at the moment, what do you think will define your professional life?
Okay, I'll try. So one of the things that I thought when I saw the question was sort of openness. I think going back to the previous answers as well, you have to be open to sort of new ways of doing things because they're going to be different here. I was used to a British way of doing things. And apart from the openness of sort of externally, also sort of internally. Yeah. So what's helped me, so when I came here, I was teaching English, and then I started in the same company as Alexa, huge German multinational company, and I went from that to being autonomo, to being self-employed, and that was quite a big change. But also going back to Miro, what really helped me were the sort of services that Barcelona offer. Apart from speaking to people, the services from Barcelona Activa and PIMEC, and there's lots of free, good advice available to people who want to start their own business. So you can be, you can be creative here. You can come up with new ideas. It's not going to be easy, probably, if you're original, but I think that's probably my professional trajectory. Also, it's an ongoing thing. I mean, you have to sort of adapt very much to what's going on around you, to the market. With my sort of cooking for English classes, when lockdown came, I had to put things online and do online sessions. That's just one example. But yes, so those are the 3 things: being open, self-knowledge, and it's a continual process.
Thank you, Joe. And I like you both mentioning, look for help, ask for advice. There are so many services and people that have gone through not the same, but similar process. Moving to a different city makes you quite humble in a way, because you need to start from, not scratch, but just to reinvent yourself, as you were saying. So this humbleness is always there, and it makes you open your mind and go and look for help, because there is a lot of support in the city. So thank you, Joe, thank you all of you. So Amal, what about those 3 beautiful attributes that will describe your professional path today?
Yeah. So in science, there is a term that we call collaborators. So these are people that help you do the experiments. So let's suppose you're not an expert in something, they can help you. But also, let's suppose if you're doing the experiment in your own laboratory, you need a machine. And of course, you cannot buy every machine under the sun. So you have to look for someone, and this someone would be the collaborator. And they will let you use their machine if you convince them that you're not doing something stupid. and your experiment. Where I come from, so I come from Harvard Medical School, and I spent 10 years working there. And there you get really spoiled because there is every machine that you want in one space, and you don't really need to talk to someone unless you really have to. But here you learn to kind of adjust yourself, and also to talking to others and engaging what also the way they perceive the experiments, because you're going to use their machine. So you kind of like, you cannot do whatever you want. So it got me kind of, also humbled in terms of understanding the point of view of the other, and also, you know, in addition to taking a vacation in August and all of these, there is also the way like you deal with the norms and the values of the institution, and how you deal with your colleagues, how you talk to students, how you, for example, I learned that you cannot be direct here in Barcelona. So if you tell someone this is wrong, that's not okay. You have to say, hi, buenos dias,
Really?
¿qué tal? This doesn't...
You need to go to American Latina then.
Yeah. I was saying that.
So for me, I thought at first that you say like, hey, the obvious, like, what is this? This sucks, this doesn't look good. But I learned in Barcelona that you have to say, which is like good also. I don't know, it's good and bad. I don't know what it is. It's good, because you learn to be nicer, basically. But it would make you like much more indirect, and it requires more words than necessary to get the same message out.
I love the way you put it. You know, this is like a cognitive diversity, and
It's a matter of perspective.
yes. Good, Amal. Thank you very much. So Nats, what about your three attributes? How you would describe your professional life here?
Okay, 3 attributes. I'm a very curious person, so I think that curiosity helped me a lot, because I always work on the whys. Why is Catalan like that? Why are Catalan people like that? So it helped me discover and explore more about the city. It's beyond the physical beauty of the city, but you know, going deeper culturally, historically, and then, because I'm very eager to learn, I learned Catalan. I went to the Escuela Oficial de Idiomas. I studied Catalan, and it's also a step for me to be closer to my Catalan friends, because I also teach English to my Catalan students. So it opened I can't say the door, no, but it made me closer to them and understand them deep enough to build a deep friendship, a long-time friendship actually. And then after being eager to learn, I am also very collaborative. So I know now the platforms where to go, and would help me with my projects and meet a lot of people from different backgrounds. So that's actually the 3.
Great. It's like quite strict in terms of you just have to give me 3. So I will make you a question like 2 in 1, because I would pretty much like you to tell us what the city has given you. So you already gave me ideas on the opportunities and how diverse and inclusive, and the sense of community and collaboration, many things that you've given us in terms of what the city offers, but also what do we think we've given to the city in a way. So try to build something around both, you know.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure we all have things that we can share on what we can give, like the drums that you were saying out there. So yeah, joy to the city. So Deepika, please.
So our relationship, mine and Barcelona's, has been quite a give and take relationship, which is amazing. Barcelona has given me, well, besides a family,
Yeah.
it's given me open mind. Really, well, it's given me a life. You know, I came here and I built my whole life around Barcelona. in Barcelona. And what I can give Barcelona in return is also multicultural. You know, Barcelona opened my mind and heart to a culture, and I am able to give another culture, and I've brought my own culture into my family. And so it's been really an amazing experience for them and for me and for Barcelona.
I love it, the way both sides works very much. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So I was struggling with that question, honestly, but
I don't want it to skip it for you.
I know. Now you're making me answer. Because I think that I've been here like the least of all of you, but overall, I will say that, I mean, I moved here because of work, so I think that I have been here for a lot of professional development, and I also giving back a lot of the knowledge and a lot of the small things and small skills that I have brought from Costa Rica here, and I being able to develop. I'm very, very into social cause for the streets, for the people that is living in homeless situations here. Yes, so I think that this is a topic that it's very important for me, that to bring a lot of awareness of the people that is not as fortunate as we are, and they're great people there, that they just need a little bit of help, a little bit of care. So the city has given me a lot of opportunity to grow professionally, and I want to give like that, those kind of privileges that the company that I work for, because they moved me here, have given me. I want to give it a little bit back to the people that need it the most.
Thank you, Alexa. You see, a beautiful, beautiful way of reflecting on how we. It's always like giving and taking, even if it sounds like quite extractive. It's more like a relationship, really, a real relationship. Thank you very much. So, Miroslav.
Okay, so this question I thought about yesterday while I was riding on my electric scooter in Montjuic. And I looked at the city and I was like, okay, this what has this city given me, you know, and what I've given to it, and it was really like, it came down to freedom and kind of being accepted for who I am, for my multidisciplinary personality, and what I've given to Barcelona. I was thinking, well, 8 years of my life, and and like commitment to the city, to the people here. And and hopefully I have inspired some people through my art and through my endeavors, through my creative journey. I've done lots of exhibitions here, and so I intend on keeping doing that, and hopefully inspire more people. And yeah, that's about it.
Thank you, Miro. Well, actually, what we all give to the city is this multicultural background, and we are all very proud of it. So let's keep moving, Joe. This relationship, give and taking. What about you?
Yeah. Well, I mean, for me, it's a place that I now call home. I mean, I've spent longer here than I have in England. So you know, this is my home. My wife's from just south of here. My daughter was born here. So. I have roots here now. Also, it's quite, I have like Barcelona, I think, it's given me like a European, maybe a global, but definitely a European perspective on things, which is, okay, if you're British and if you've been through Brexit, then it's something that that's understandable. But I have that sort of European, I think I've maintained that European feeling. Also, in my particular case, Barcelona's given me a wider knowledge and appreciation of food and cooking, which is something that, you know, that I love. And thinking about what I've given Barcelona, wow, that's more difficult. I think I'm quite a good example of integration. I think what Nat's mentioned before is learning the language. So I did it kind of the other way around. I was in Girona. And in Girona, it's pure, you probably know this, but it's pure Catalan. So I learned Catalan before learning Spanish. And I think that's, you know, it's appreciated. You know, if you come here and make the effort, I mean, Spanish, obviously, but also if you can sort of get by in Catalan, I think that's really good. And one final thing that I hope that I've given some people in Barcelona is that the realization that British food can be good.
Well,
That's a harder challenge.
yes, yes, you need to prove it every time you cook, I guess. Thank you, Joe. So, Amal, this relationship of taking and giving back.
Yeah. Something really precious, and I mean this literally, was given to me by the people of Catalonia, which is one grant to do my research. And that was very, very generous, and especially that this grant comes from La Marathon TV3. So these people just call, and like their grandmothers and aunts, and they put like whatever amount of euros, and then every year La TV3 decides to give this money for biologists to address a specific question. And in the year I applied, it was about coronavirus, and my training in biology is in virology. So you know that. So I applied for that money, and I got a grant, and that helped me really fund my research for 4 years. So this is like amazing for us. I mean, with the scientists, we are really kind of depend a lot on this soft money. So we need to continuously apply for grants. So it really helped me kickstart my career and reinvent myself here. And what I've given back is like also my different background, my international background, the Lebanese one, but also the American one. So for the vacation in August, well, we need to reach a middle ground. If there is a deadline on the 15th of August, somebody needs to work. Yes, take the vacation, but let's get to a place in the middle where, you know, we don't work 24/7 in August, but somebody stays in the office to sign a paper.
You have to open a petition, Amal, so that really happens.
Yeah,
and thank you for
August, people.
And thank you, Joe, for mentioning about Catalan. I really think that it's something that we might think about taking Catalan lessons. Yeah. It's a way to...
Taking Catalan is,
yes.
I just wanted to say this, because I work at the Pompeu Fabra.
Yes.
This is also Catalan first, more than...
Yes.
So I'm learning, Catalan first.
Yeah, it's quite interesting. It's a way of opening yourself to a new entire world and culture, and it's pretty much appreciated, as you were saying. I myself, I'm married to a Catalan as well, so my life is quite diverse in terms of French, Catalan, Latin American world, which is beautiful, and this is part of the identity that we all want to give to our families as well. So thank you for mentioning that, both of you. And that's, this relationship. You already mentioned a lot of things on what you are giving to the city, but what else can you add to that? And also in terms of what are you receiving? What have you received over these years from this community?
Barcelona has given me a platform that actually opens a lot of doors of opportunities as far as integration is concerned. So with my magazine, I am able to, listen to stories of different expats, not only Filipinos, but also non-Filipinos. And, not only that, I am also able to organize events, book launchings, art exhibits. And these things that I'm doing now, if I had gone back to the Philippines, I wouldn't have, been given this chance to do. So Barcelona has given me the confidence to tap my artistic side and to squeeze my creativity, my creative juices that I hadn't imagined that I would be able to do it now. So with the choir, with the magazine that I'm doing, with the community services that I'm doing, I'm very happy that Barcelona has given me this chance. And I have given Barcelona our music, the choir, because not only we sing Filipino songs, we also sing Catalan folk songs, Spanish folk songs, and whenever we travel around Europe, every year the choir travels around Europe. We go to different cities, Berlin, Lisbon. This year we went to Budapest. We always carry the name of Barcelona with us, so it's like Coro Kudiapi de Barcelona. And
beautiful.
yes, and what else have I? Well, my commitment to the community service, because at a very young age I was aware that the value of community service, of helping others, because I know that people need help and people can help, and I want to be that part of that people who help in my own way. And it might sound cheesy, but I will say this anyway. But Barcelona has given me the chance to be confidently creative with the heart. Yeah, I said it.
I love it. It's like it's not cheesy at all, Nats. I think this is what we all have in our hearts, but you stated it in a way that it's quite inspiring, and we can all help, as you were saying. And it's not a relationship of patronizing or being more than anyone else. It's that we have in our hands the power to help, as Alexa was saying, not just because we're in a big multicultural organization, is that because we have the power to help others, and thank you very much for saying that. I want to end this round of questions before giving you the floor to ask questions with connecting with what you were saying, Nats, how we can all improve the sense of real multicultural community. And as I was saying in the beginning, one thing is to have a diverse city, which I think Barcelona is diverse, but it is different to be and to have an inclusive culture where every single community feels respected, valued, listened, where we think we can contribute. So what else can we do? We're all doing a lot of things. The City Council is doing things. You all being interested here in what we are saying is doing something as well. But what else can we do to improve that sense of real belonging to a multicultural community in Barcelona? So here you can be creative, give us ideas. So let's see what we can all do together.
So I think that the first thing is just accepting that it is multicultural. That means accepting and keeping true to your own values and beliefs and your ways of doing things, and at the same time accepting and embracing other people. It's not just the Catalan, but as you say, there's many cultures here now, and we're working with many cultures all the time now. And so it's accepting and opening up and embracing the way other people do things. And so there's, again, it's like a relationship happening. It doesn't mean integration doesn't, I think, it doesn't necessarily mean becoming the same as. Instead, it's just keeping true to yourselves and opening up to others. I think that's important. And then also being compassionate, patience is one. I think we've all mentioned patience. I mean, I want to say we've already covered language and doing things and immersing ourselves in the culture. But this is just like how to be emotionally, is just being compassionate with people. Embracing our similarities and our differences, really. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I pretty agree on what you were saying. Alexa, what can you add to what we can improve?
No, I think that the openness to try everything. So you're going to encounter here when you come to Barcelona, because I'm sure that the people that it's going to watch us is going to come, because this is an amazing city, but being open to try new things. Like, you have a lot of communities here, like international communities from all over the place. And then a lot of, I think food is one main thing that we can all agree that going to different kind of restaurants is going to bring you a lot of joy. So sharing or starting with the food in each one of the cultures is one of the best things. So open yourself to try new things, to try new ways of, even if you find it very odd, especially for me when we were in Christmas, the cagatillo, that's very odd for me. Now I find it amusing. But this openness, it's one of the key things that you need to have to say, like, maybe when you see something, you say like, no, I don't like that. But you don't know. Like, try it, and then you can say like, okay, I do like it, or I don't like it. I think that the different kind of cultures or the differences that we have is what make us better. It's what makes us actually thrive for new things. And as a society as a whole, because now here in Barcelona we have like a big society, those different things are building us to be better in the future, to be better and to build better for the ones that are coming.
Thank you, Alexa. Those were really powerful words, and I love the idea that you are both sharing on. This is a two-way relationship. We all have to change in this process of becoming a real multicultural community. Miroslav, your point of view?
I think that it's really about organizing events such as these, like the Barcelona International Community Day, and activities where this is really an integrated event where we invite international people, do workshops, help others, inspire others. We get to know other people. So it's doing events like these. It doesn't have to be at this scale. Of course, this is a special event. But activities where we get to express ourselves, that always creates a sense of belonging and integration. Art does that. Attending events such as these, look for them, attend them, you'll get to know new people, have fun, learn something new. And do more events like these where we put together international people.
Yeah, message sent to the Barcelona City Council. More events. Yeah, learn something new. You were saying that, and be creative and share and get curious. Joe, more ideas to improve this sense of multicultural community.
Yeah, well, my idea is just to sort of elaborate on what Miro said and Alexa. So I think, this is a great event and a big event. Also, so we talked about sort of multiculturalism. I think it's sort of important to involve the locals as well in events like this, because, in the end, the relationships that we're going to form and that will help us integrate is kind of through local people. And so I think it's great that there's so many cultures, people from so many places here, but also, to sort of mix with local people as well. That's what's worked for me. And I'm completely with Alexa, the whole food thing. It's a great way, obviously. It's a great way into sort of local culture. And I'm going to sort of plug my session as well, Miro. So at 3:30 above the cafe, there's a chance to learn about the coques de Catalunya, which are the flatbreads, which are very typical here. And you can actually sort of make a flatbread this afternoon.
Delicious food. Thank you, Joe. I love this idea. Quite powerful. It has to be with the people living, the locals, whatever it means being local in Barcelona. But for people, the Catalan living here over the years, being multicultural means that as well. Integrate and try to learn and try to see how things evolve for them as well, while they are entering a new era of embracing new cultures. So thank you, Joe. Amal, more ideas. You come from science, so you're going to probably give us more ideas from the scientific community.
Coming from science, I have to...
Apart from vacations.
Okay, I will stop harping on this. I'm convinced now, but in science we are thorough, so we do a lot of redundant things. So that's why sometimes I get really redundant. But now... So the question was...
ideas to improve.
Yeah, ideas to improve, for this event, actually, I was telling about this event to a friend of mine who is a fellow scientist. And I told her, and she was like, so who's coming there? I said, the international community. Oh, so people only living, the expats are coming, because you guys seem to be advertising just for the expats. So she was like, so you will not mix with the local, you're just like isolate with each other, right? And I was like, okay, you have a point there. So maybe in the next years, like make this event like a big meeting. Speaking of scale, because Miroslav talked about the small scale ones, but if you want to make it at this big scale, it would be nice to like have, for example, something that requires a collaboration between us and somebody local, like where we could speak a little bit of Catalan and get to know them as well. I mean, we have some with the Barcelona International Community Day, but maybe a little bit more extensive and have more Catalans join.
Yeah, well, it is true. It is actually not just for expats, and we all have this kind of dissertations on what it means to be an expat. Expat means what the concept is. Being a multicultural community is just because people want to work and live here. So, and what is local? Local is when you've lived here, what? 20, are you local, Joe?
Yeah.
Am I local? Yeah, so it's quite existential. We need a philosopher here to answer that question. But I get the point on we need more real integration, and real integration goes through actually having more Catalan, traditional, people here. Thank you, Amal. And that's more ideas. You are quite involved in your community and also quite involved in what it means to be from Barcelona. So what else can you tell us in terms of improving this sense of real multiculturalism, which means having both, not just the expat community, of course?
Yeah, but my advice probably will go to the expats, how they, for me, the most important thing is to get out of your comfort zone. Don't be scared. I mean, I understand when you're new in the city, you feel alone, you feel lost, no? But don't be scared. Through my magazine, they would write us, how do we adjust in Barcelona? Is it safe? And, they're scared because they don't speak Spanish. And I would tell them, explore the city. They speak English. People speak English in Barcelona. And there are a lot of platforms that can help you. If you want to have business, you want to create an association or to join a group, there are always a lot of platforms to go to. And it's not scary. It's just an email away and they will answer you.
That's cool. Thank you. Thank you very much. It's not scary. Yes, I love this idea. My personal point of view, why I still choose Barcelona, my origins, my family is here, but I come from Colombia, and at the time when I was leaving Colombia and Bogota could be a really scary place. And part of my joy living in Barcelona is that I feel secure, and for my kids as well, which is a gift. And sometimes we take that for granted. So thank you for reminding us that as well. So now that the time is for the questions, the floor is yours. We have like 4 minutes to answer questions. If you have one or two, or an idea or something that you want to comment or build on what they were saying. I think we have microphones. I don't know if we need them. Yeah, question, comment, don't be shy. Friends or family, support your people. No questions? I can keep asking questions. Okay, great.
Well, my name is Jasper.
Probably you need the microphone. Hi, Jasper.
My name is Jasper, and Deepika is my boss. Yeah,
Colleague.
Yes, I've been here for 15 years in Barcelona, and it's the first time that I knew about this type of event. And I'm glad to be here. And a very good point that the locals should also be invited to be here. And that's why I told my partner, I am advanced. I dragged you here so you can see the people around and what people do in the international community.
Great, thank you, Jasper.
Yes.
I'm gonna try. Pedro, you will have to answer one question here around we invite locals or not? Pedro, he's part of the organization team.
In fact, we invite locals. The mayor will arrive in half an hour, so even the mayor is here. And we have a Catalan vermouth with a consortium Organización Lingüística, so you can learn Catalan and drinking vermouth. You have also a quiz. We have also at 1 o'clock the Giants for the 600 years of Giants in Barcelona. So we have locals. This session is about the host ambassadors, and of course they're all from outside. But in all the other sessions, you have locals, and you have a lot of local institutions invited.
Yeah, and I keep reminding that. I think once you're established here, you can feel like this is home, so I feel myself local in a way. I do speak Catalan. I won't speak Catalan here, but I'm pretty sure Joe as well. So we need to move on the idea what it really means to be local. So it's not us and them. We're kind of all together. So yeah, but thank you for that. Good point. And go and join also the Coca Atelier and the Giants. I love the Giants and the Batucada and everything. So more time for one more question.
And I forget the most important, olive oil testing at 5 o'clock by the Cooperative of Godai, where I'm coming from.
Yeah, so everyone is done advertising here in this round table. Thank you, Pedro.
Yes, let me advertise my round table at 3. Well, where is my round table? Everybody's advertising.
Yeah.
We have a round table at 3:15 where we'll tell you about science in Barcelona, like what are the scientists up to. Nothing like a blows.
No, but it's quite interesting. I would love to be there. Yes. So, more questions? Or yes, please over there, the microphone, if you can, please. Thank you.
Yeah. First of all, I would like to congratulate the panel.
Thank you.
Okay, and I'm so happy that this shows that there is integration of the different countries which are being presented by the panel. And I'm happy that Nats invited me and my countrymates to attend this panel. Actually, Nats had really done a great improvement with our youth developing their talents. And they have gone far by going to other countries. So I'm happy and congratulate all of you, especially invite Nats being one of the ambassadors. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think this is a beautiful way of ending this roundtable. Thank you, all of you.